23 million Americans getting checks of up to $1,050 in the near future for inflation relief. Is this just going to cause even more inflation? Is this going to cause an even worse financial downturn? And better, if this is going to cause a squeeze of some kind, because we saw this kind of retail buying action happen because of the stimmy checks from last time. So is this deja vu all over again? I'm going to try to cover as much as I can in this video. If you guys haven't yet followed or hit the love heart like button, please do so. It helps this video. If you guys haven't taken a look at 23 million Californians getting up to $1,050 in inflation relief checks, that's what I'm talking about right here. Gavin Newsom just told essentially everybody across the country, Californians need more money. In fact, the inflation has gone so bad, gas is up at $6.32 on average on Monday, which is 29% higher than the average across the nation. So Newsom proposed sending about a $17 billion relief package for up to 23 million Americans. So if you do the math roughly, that's about $400 per vehicle to state residents. And here's the breakdown here. A cap about 2 vehicles. Other lawmakers had pushed for a plan that would provide bigger checks to people who earn less. But again, this is up to people who are making up to $500,000. And yeah, the gas price might be hurting. But for people who are up to that income level, this is just a very flagrantly dangerous practice. But something that we've been able to figure out is that this is something that was able to give retail investors more capital, more money in the bank to be able to cause more financial pinnacles. See, we're talking about financial extremes. See, the pinnacle of financial activity. And that's one of the first things that you'll be able to understand is that more money in the bank for people who don't often invest means that they might just have an opportunity to put their money into companies that they care about, companies that they like. And if you like the stock, this is when you comment down below which like you guys are and whether or not you've already hit that subscribe and that bell icon. The first thing that you have that is going to be part of this bill is that it is also suspending the state's sales tax on diesel fuel and providing additional aid to help people with rent and utility bills. This also comes from a plan for just vehicles and gas in general. The budget takes immediate actions to give cash dollar. This is from the official tweeter of Office of the Governor of California, back to millions who are grappling with global inflation and rising costs while tackling some of the greatest challenges of our time. So you probably know that California has a lot of trouble, and perhaps more money in people's bank accounts is not going to solve that. And that is why you are essentially looking at the barrel of 2 bad guns. One that is going to possibly cause additional inflation, cause additional trouble for the people that already have it hard, right? Forcing them to play the game of let's keep on raising the amount of money in people's bank accounts and at the same time, keep on making it more expensive for general costs and general life expenditures. And that's the end of the day, right? Freedom comes from life expenditures meeting halfway between the ability to pay and the willingness to pay. Because at the end of the day, everyone should be investing. The person that's watching this channel right now, like you, probably had checked on the stocks in general and why we are looking at potential larger than life price increases. And that's why we've been following the data on these different stocks in the past and why we should probably check on them now. So I'm going to take a look at AMC and GME's Ortex because that is part of the daily data dive that we do on this channel. It also gives us an opportunity to be able to take a look at where those shorts are going. Now, Ortex had a little bit of a change in the UI recently. Still looks fairly similar, but this is the AMC short interest value here, the change here, and then finally, the estimated short interest of the free float is about 22.43% here. So increasing, but at the same time, right, we're looking at the percent on free float on loan going down. So we are looking at this this rising chart here, especially the days to cover is increasing to an all-time high. So that's something that we are looking at people going late on the fact that they had shorted a bunch of this AMC and now is having trouble covering. Let's take a look at GME as well. So about 21.9% short interest of the free float. 7 days ago, about 22.99. So this is actually an easier way to be able to tell the same data that you guys care about, love about, you know. The same thing, a rip in the days to cover, but not an all-time high like AMC. So GME is looking at whether or not the same data is going to be diverging again. These two stocks normally trend together, but we're looking at price levels here at GME potentially reaching the support levels here. The last time it was rejected at around $200 or so. So that it was all the way back in March in 2020. AMC past level of resistance that really tore down AMC's macro resistance levels here, about $20.61 at open. Same thing, right? We're taking a look at much heavier support down here, about $11.86. And so AMC having a beautiful rip today is a good sign that we're going to see sunnier skies in the near future. Okay, nice. One of the things that you guys probably understand about this channel is that we are not only going to talk about the data that it takes to be able to wrap your head around new legislation, like the one that we just covered of the meme stock report. If you guys have been taking a look at that, it covers the three new laws that are likely to cause major disruption to lawmakers, as well as the fact that meme stocks are on the mainstream now. So one of the things that people have a hard time grasping is that whether or not there is this unreliability in investing in something that is churning through trends. So you have these trends that might make it harder for AMC and GME to be on the limelight in any particular week, but this is the week to continue pushing. We have the meme stock, we have the names of people who treated apes poorly, we have the names of people who took back the buy button. So let's see, I actually have it pulled up here. If you guys remember that it is all just a certain number of people preventing the rest of the people from hitting that buy button. This one is Timothy Could from the DTCC. He was part of that report that I was covering in the last video. So make sure that you guys understand that people, part of the system, are continuing making it easier to prosper in the system that they're familiar with, which is why this stimmy is probably going to cause one of two extremes. An extreme increase, consistent increase in the inflation of an already inflation-riddled state in America, or give the retail investors $1,000 more to vote for the investment they care most about. Unfortunately, most of this money is going to be spent buying regular goods, right? Gas, electricity. But $1,000 can only go so far in California, and at the end of the day, this is likely going to be an inflation catastrophe. But what do you guys think? Is this the fuel that the squeeze needs? Is this the time for apes to rise? And finally, is this the time that, if you guys enjoyed the video, to remember that the people that made this video possible had pressed that join button or went to Patreon, and I really appreciate them. So thanks again for all of you who make this show possible. And again, if you found this video interesting in some way or educational, do hit that like button, and we'll see all of you in the money. Peace.